Hi, I'm Govind.
Hi, I'm Sudhanshu. We are here to have a conversation around our value, great together. As a company, we know that true success is not achieved in isolation, but through teamwork, collaboration, and working together. So I would like to know that what does this value, great together, mean to you personally, and how do you see it impacting work and culture?
In Myntra, we have incredibly talented people. We hire talented people. We groom really strong experts in this area. And when all these smart people come together, a magic happens. And that magic actually builds something which is beyond what individually they could have achieved. For me, great together is when all these incredibly smart people come, challenge each other, discuss, debate, come up with greater ideas, and which is much larger than what they could have individually brought. That's what for me is a definition of great together, and also what I have seen happen in Myntra, whether it's a sale event or a regular BAU, whatever we do, that's what I see. Okay, that was my perspective. Sudhanshu, what is your perspective about great together?
I do believe that being great together also gets epitomized through a team of 11 people playing cricket or playing football, wherein they play in a very coordinated manner to win the game eventually. I think that in any corporate, right, and more so like metrics driven organization like us, we always have goals on two axes. So for example, growth with profitability. We will have tech innovation with guardrails on ROI and total cost of operation. Likewise, we will have people retention with EVP plus comp. So when we have two axes and there are multiple teams, there will always be divergent views. It's all about that how do we accept divergent views, how do we listen to all the views which are available, all the perspectives, and eventually, even though we may disagree on a certain points, but eventually we agree to disagree and commit to the final goals that we have taken. And in all my roles, I have been doing this since last 9 years in Flipkart Group.
Got it. So you're using the sports analogy plus the various dimensions and things which we'll have to debate and still come out with the common outcome to us.
So Govind, I have a couple of follow-up questions. The first one is, how do you encourage your team to embrace great together?
It's a good question, and it's a culture shift kind of a question. I think there are 3 to 4 things which I try, and I think most leaders do that. First is creating an environment of psychological safety where people are able to share without any fear or worry and a different opinion. The second is to work as a team and collaborate and solve problems together, because most of the problems are complex and it requires a couple of different team members to come together. The third one is also a sense of celebration, that I am truly happy for things another team member is able to gain. So I celebrate other person's success and we collectively also celebrate success. I think with these 3 things, the attempt is there to build that culture.
Thank you, Govind, for sharing this. That's very practical. Even in my team, I keep hyping on all these points so that the culture of great together gets embraced by every individual.
Very good.
So Govind, we'll move to the next question. How do you bring out the best in a diverse team?
See, diversity is actually the strength of a team. If everybody does the same thing, it actually doesn't strengthen. So the best to build is by bringing in the shared learning, because everybody brings in different perspectives and they also come with different strengths. So how I try to do that is use the strength, the diversity, where people then share, appreciate each other, and the outcome is much more larger. And lastly, as I made the point earlier, to celebrate success together, where individuals are also highlighted, but also the larger team is able to celebrate as a collective effort and everybody feels happy about it.
So the bottom line is that we'll always be working in a diverse teams. And here it's very important that we celebrate each other's success.
Yes.
And so that we can win together and we can achieve the company's goals.
Absolutely.
Thanks for sharing this. So Govind, thank you for our conversation. Before we wrap this up, I would like both of us to jot down the 3 key takeaways from our conversation.
Okay. All right, so happy to share 3 key takeaways which I wanted to talk about. The first one being psychological safety. Second one is trust. And the last one is celebrating success together.
So thank you, Govind, for sharing this. And it's all about celebrating together. Yeah? For me, the top 3 key takeaways are: first one is challenge and commit, the second one is win together, and the third one is diverse perspectives. So this brings to the end of our conversation. And thank you, Govind, for joining us and sharing the detailed insights
My pleasure.
on this value. Stay tuned for our next video on the value integrity.